So I'm honoured to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think December 19th is going to be crazy though. I think the centre's going to be like buzzing, just crazy energy in that room. I think it's going to be really good. So now, remember I took a year out of the game to refresh because I was just piling on more and more baggage. I just feel fresh. I feel rejuvenated. I feel good, man. I feel good. I've been training hard. I'm close to the weight that I need to be at for the fight. I feel good. He's done me a favour. Walking around bulky and heavy, I feel quick, I feel amazing. So I'm looking forward to the fight. That's why I'm just vibing on it. I think he is a smart operator. I think he's managed to put a good team around him to help him achieve his wildest dreams. I think he's a smart young man. So I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate. I'm hungry. And I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So I'm confident in that. Coaches aren't meant to understand that you're tired. Coaches aren't meant to understand that you have emotions. Coaches are just supposed to look at you like you're a machine, and they just want results. I may be tired, but I've just got to bite down on my gum shield, because if I can perform to an elite level when I'm tired, imagine what I can do when I've got rest and when I've got energy. I've been through them days where I'm looking for sympathy, and you just don't get it in sport, but you don't get it. I always knew there could be the most talented fighter out there, especially in our industry, but if they can't sell tickets, they can't put bombs on seats, they'll never showcase their skills to the world, no matter how good they are. And that's why I say you have to have marketability and you have to have ability. And when you bring those two worlds together, it's a recipe for success.
So many people can't speak. Yeah, but it's obviously scripted, isn't it? I'm like, no. One, that's illegal. I mean, this is a professional contest. Two, we would never sign up to anything that's going to make AJ look bad or devalue him, lose rounds, go loads of rounds.
Do you think there's any world in which AJ pulls back, though?
No, absolutely. He couldn't do that as a fighter. He would be incapable of going in there and holding back. I mean, I think the only thing that's a bit harsh is if Anthony Joshua doesn't knock him out in the first round, he should be ashamed of himself. Like, Brian, give us two. Or three, because if Jake does move, he can look after himself. It's not like he's just going to get one shot round the arm and go on the floor. He's a tough guy.
The whole world is going to watch this. I respect him for the bravery he's going to show stepping in with Anthony Joshua, because you just think, after looking at fights against Ngannou and I was watching his Pulev fight the other night, thinking, why would you do that? So I've got to commend and respect Jake Paul for that. For AJ, this isn't about Jake Paul, this is about AJ. It's about AJ's mentality when he walks in. It's about his hunger when he walks in. It's about his professionalism when he walks in. So we're all going to be watching AJ, not Jake Paul. And that's where the criticism is going to be, because Jake Paul can get in the ring, fall over, bang his head and knock himself out. Fight's over. Whereas AJ, even if he gives Jake Paul 30 seconds success, he's going to get criticised.
I don't think the money's a factor in it, not for him. I think he's got enough money where he's going for the glory. He believes he's got what it takes to win. Maybe there's stuff behind the scenes. Maybe he's significantly better than he's had to show. Maybe we're judging him on how many years ago? Was it 3 years for the Tommy Fury fight? Yeah. A lot can happen in 3 years. Maybe he's significantly better than everyone gives him credit
I don't think Jake Paul's a YouTuber. I think he's a boxer. He's a domestic level fighter.
He's going to get knocked out by AJ though, isn't he?
If he makes that walk, gotta give him his respect with that. It's very dangerous, you know. It seems like Netflix are all over him. It's a dangerous sport, and you can't overlook that. And Joshua's a big boy and a powerhouse. I've sat ringside and watched Joshua. That's a heavy punching man, and he's you think he's a happy and he's a good kid, but he has an anger in him. He has a darkness in him, does Anthony Joshua. And I don't think a lot of people suss that. So the fight shouldn't go ahead. In my opinion, the fight shouldn't go ahead. If he does it, I'll give him the respect for that.
There was no, exhibition. This is a straight fight. 10-ounce gloves, 8 rounds, and they're going to go in at it with each other. So there's no namby-pamby in with pillars, and when they're going for it. If that's the case, common sense says that Jake Paul gets knocked out in a couple of rounds. But you never know, do you? You just don't know. You know, he seems to pull something out of the hat every time. But it's very strange how he's gone from a very small opponent to one of the best heavyweights on the planet. Very strange.
Some people complaining about AJ taking that fight. Obviously, it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Do you see something wrong with AJ taking that fight?
This is just a lot of money. It's just a show.
Right.
This is not interesting sport because, guys, brothers, Anthony, it's Olympic champion.
Right.
Jake, it's just sportsman. Yeah, YouTuber. Jake do a lot of work.
Right.
Special coach, special food, a lot of exercise, new.
Yes.
But this is guy don't have a mother fights.
Right.
Never
Right.
a mother fights. Maybe them wrestling now professional, but Anthony Joshua, it's Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round because Anthony twice. My fight twice. Jab.
Very hard.
Yeah, look. You know, this is.
And still from his fight.
This jab.
Big news also this past week, AJ versus Jake. I mean, everyone's been calling for Jake to fight a real fighter. What do you think?
And Jake gonna fight a real fighter, and if the real fighter fights like a real fighter, then Jake gonna take a real nap. AJ, he showed you with Ngannou. He ain't one of these guys that just can go pick out trees and say, "Oh, I'm gonna fight AJ." No. AJ is an Olympian. AJ is a former world champion. AJ is not two-time world champion. AJ is nothing to play with. So when you go in with AJ, have your mind right, cause if you can't take it, he gonna find out.
Were you surprised when you heard about that?
No, I was not.
So you think he's going to knock him out, though, AJ?
Oh, definitely knock him out. Because, I mean, don't get it wrong. Jake's smart, and Jake does have the power. If he can catch him first, he knows if he can catch AJ first, he can get AJ out. But he don't catch AJ first. Just like Ngannou couldn't catch him first. AJ been boxing a long time. AJ better than they give him credit for.
I feel like the boxing world has been waiting for see somebody put Jake down.
It's going to happen.
Even though Jake Paul has actually brought eyes to the sport of boxing and really elevated it.
For sure. The only chance Jake Paul has is a puncher's chance. AJ is an international superstar. That's how you go out on your shield.
Impossible is nothing.
I agree.
It ain't the first time we've seen boxers not take someone seriously and then go out there and get embarrassed. Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis.
Hassan Rahman obliterates Jake Paul. Buster Douglas obliterates Jake Paul.
Hey, we not talking about that.
Ngannou obliterates Jake. Triangle theory doesn't work in fighting.
I understand it, but for what Jake Paul has done, I got to give the props to him. And even
what he's done for other people as well. You know, he got MVP promotions, prospects, getting more eyes on them as well.
David, do you think people are underestimating how dangerous this fight is?
My initial thoughts was this is craziness, this is madness, you know, Jake Paul's going to get hurt. As time's gone by, I'm start thinking, okay, now that initial shock is gone and the fight is taking place, if I'm Jake Paul, why am I taking the fight? What's the point of me putting myself in such harm's way? If Anthony Joshua's ever going to fight terribly, it's going to be against someone he completely overlooks, someone he doesn't believe deserves to be in the ring with him. All it takes is one shot, and I think Jake Paul and his team believe what they've got is enough to somehow pull off one of the biggest upsets in the history of boxing.
Fair play to Jake Paul, man. He's even his UFC fights, he's been fighting the fighters. They're ex-champions, so that's a decent category. He went to Gervonta Davis, active fighter, world champion, good fighter. Then he's gone to this big, massive AJ. Fair play to him. I think what he's doing is crazy, but it's good for the sport. And hopefully there's some rule where they don't get hit too hard, because if it's anything like that Ngannou one, it could be dangerous.
I consider Jake now, you know, I wouldn't consider him like a YouTube fighter no more. You know, I feel like he put in the time. He gotten better throughout, like, all his fights. Like, he done got better throughout all those fights, you know. But it's still, like, when you fighting, like, fighters who actually, like, done it for, like, their life, their whole life, it's a little different. You know, if that fight happened, it'll be a good money fight. It'll be a good money fight. But that's a tough task for, you know what I'm saying, Jake going to get that big ass heavyweight AJ. You know, I know AJ personally, you know, so that's a tough task, and that fucking punch.